When you think of Raines High School, typically the state championships and the alums that have gone on to the professional success come to mind, but it's much bigger than that. They're a community of people that stand together through thick and thin, but 2022 has dealt them a series of blows that is showing just how tight that connection is.
Whose house is this? Let them know whose house this is.
Raines High School, the place where legends are born.
All eyes on Bob Hayes, fastest man in the world.
And recognized for their greatness not only in their respective sports within the community, but outside the city of Jacksonville as well.
People don't know Bob Hayes, but I had to put the OG #1 skip because he changed the game. Because before him, everybody played man coverage. He's the reason why there's a zone defense.
The greatness of Raines High School speaks for itself. The championships, the records, the accomplishments are all immortalized in the history books. But even the most legendary figures cannot escape mortality. 2022 has been a rough year for the Vikings nation. Jimmy Johnson, Ken Burrow, Sally Mae Daniels, James Day. All four passed away. Losing one legendary figure is already hard enough, but to lose four in less than a month is a tough ask.
The community is standing strong, even though we lost some stalwarts here in the community.
As we lose our leaders, it's definitely the leaders of Raines. Those guys, I've had the opportunity to meet all of them. And I tell you what, as you watch them and as they talk to you, you admire them from afar and near. And you know, it's just a big piece missing.
To have these legends, Jimmy Johnson, Sally Daniels, Kenneth Burrow, and now Coach Day pass away back to back, you can feel the effect. As Vikings, we're Ichiban, we're #1. We will continue to press on and do what we need to do in this community.
These names ring bells on Raines Avenue, not only in athletics, but all of the lives they touched outside of the locker room. So much so that the leaders that came after them pay homage and honor those names whenever the opportunity presents itself.
It just makes you want to, work even harder to uphold their legacy. They've worked hard and to lay the foundation to get, the community, noticed, to get them notarized, across the nation, across the world. And you don't want to be that person that comes in and just drops the baton.
The passion of these guys, Jimmy Johnson, Coach Day, Kenny Burrows, it's a time that we should come together and show our gratitude toward them all together.
It's great to be here. Somber somewhat, but man, this event will still continue to go on strong with the great leadership that we still have here.
That event, the Bob Hayes Invitational Track Meet, which took place a few weeks ago for the first time without co-founder James Day.
You can tell as I walked up to the event that a big piece was missing.
Did you see that golfer right over there? This is the first time that we will be without Coach James, Coach Day. No one would see him riding around. Nobody's going to ride him in that car, at least today.
I would describe him as legendary.
I'm sure everyone has heard it from just losing someone, but again, as we all know, when you have them in your hearts, when they've made an indelible impression on you, it's hard to forget them.
Unforgettable. That word could certainly be used to describe Greg Coleman's feelings towards James Day, his coach during his sprinting days as a Raines athlete. Coleman takes over for the late Coach Day as the Bob Hayes Invitational Track Meet's executive director, but the title is just that. It's not about recreating the path laid out by the late Coach Day as much as it is continuing the work.
No one can step into that man's shoes because he did so much. I'm just going to do my best to manage what he's already put in place. He always wanted he called them the children. I want the children to have a great experience. Man, he is going to be missed, but like I said, he taught us extremely well, and we're going to do what he taught us to do.
It's not just about being the best. It's more about being your best. That's the standard that runs through the veins of all those representing the Raines Nation. Jimmy Johnson, Ken Burrow, Sally Mae Daniels, and James Day. Four legendary names that exemplified that exact sentiment.
So hearing those names and knowing the work that they've put in, the product that they've produced, you just want to, make sure you're doing that and more, to make sure that, the Raines name is still ringing bells.
It left a small void, I would say, not a big void, because they passed the baton on to others, and the others are going to continue to run the race.
The motto of Raines High School was Ichiban, and in Japanese, that means #1. So God needed some #1 people up there, and I guarantee you he's got a hell of a team up there.
One big happy family. Plenty of love and support from the entire Raines Nation. I could feel this entire show with their gratuitous words and appreciation. Like many before them, these legendary figures will definitely not be forgotten.